really. There's a lot of champions we expect to see. Like, there's probably going to be a Sorlag, both teams, probably an Anarchy. But then you start going into other territory. I mean, Slash very popular, Nyx very popular, but even Doomslayer. Doomslayer really is showing through as one of the most popular picks at the moment through those sort of champions that are left, and that's exactly what we're going to see, it seems. And looking forward to seeing how this goes. Loading in now, there's going to be that warm-up phase while they get ready to go, and fingers crossed we don't have the same issues we did last week.
So as always, I'll put you on the spot temporarily. Who do you think kind of has the edge? Who do you think has a higher chance of taking this one, Modus Operandi or Totem Tellies?
Well, I think we can see this going either way, but I guess it depends on what happens. But it does look like one of the players has actually crashed during the loading period, so I assume we're going to have to go back to the lobby again, unfortunately. I mean, as is the nature, these things do happen.
I pray this is not foreshadowing.
I really hope it does not sort of speak for how the rest of the set is going to go. But one of the players has unfortunately crashed, so we're going to go back to the lobby most likely and see what's happening. It was before sort of, I mean, if it's during the warm-up phase, the game hasn't started, the match hasn't actually begun, so there's no real harm in going back and making sure it's ready to go. But he is trying to rejoin. Hopefully, if he can do so before the countdown is finished, we can do that. I mean, I was kind of hoping this wouldn't happen. I was naively expecting this not to happen, because, I mean, it's
Expect the unexpected.
Expect the unexpected. That is the best.
So, anyway, on that subject, I personally feel like I think Modus Operandi may be able to be the team that edge it out today, because they looked really good. Obviously, before the inevitable issues the two teams had last week, which can happen, unfortunately, in online gaming. You know, it's something that may happen every now and then. The player has reconnected, but I feel like Modus Operandi, they looked so good before those issues started to crop up. If they don't have said issues right now, then, you know, it's a safe bet to assume that Modus may have a higher chance in taking this one, because they did look very good indeed last week.
Well, we're now going into the first round of the game, so we'll see if that actually reigns true moving into this, as the player has reconnected. So we are good to just get things underway from the get-go.
But I mean, Sane, he's been a very talented dueler in North America, and he's looking just as strong in some of these team modes. I wonder if he can sort of continue that chain of success he's been having recently and qualify for Sacrifice 2.
The soul was taken away, but immediately dropped off again. The first power-up is going to be up any second now. Insane is here looking to try and secure it, but he is outnumbered. But can he still do it? No. Seacap's going to get one of those frags, and bot mode's going to get the second one. It's going to be Griffin picking up the quad damage, but Seacap is able to take it away instead. Oh wow, Clamp OK drops too. This is the perfect opportunity to try and take us back in. Yedem completely soars towards the top of the screen, unfortunately. That's going to be a stolen soul away. Oh no, that was on the way too. Seacap still has a lot of the quad damage left, and is putting it to good use. The amount of frags he's already adding up.
But it just kind of goes back to what we already know, where the second they tried to go through this corridor, it was a bit of a death sentence, but with Seacap having that quad damage, I mean, that is one very important element to make sure that that whole way goes in your favor. It's being able to just delete people in the blink of an eye. It's always going to be helpful.
That's a really good opportunity for totem Tellies, though, after an already capture. I mean, Seacap is just keeping this kill streak going, all with the lightning up. It's like they can't see him. It's like they don't know he's there. They're just ignoring him, and he's just getting frag after frag.
But he's consistently had really low health, too. Like, if they did just look at him and maybe catch him with one rail or two, he probably was going to go down. Obviously not now, but, well, Speak of the Devil gets caught from behind, but a nice amount of health and armor before that happened.
Oh, Kane just trying to give him a nice present. Unfortunately, that present is a gauntlet, and Sane doesn't want it. It's going to take him down.
Dead.
And that's going to be taking the soul back, passing it up to a healthier teammate.
They took a nice chunky lead on that.
No, that was a good opportunity. Good sequence of percentage going up. The Clamp OK had the mega health, but just trying to get through. Getting stopped here, and there we go. Taken out immediately thanks to that rail. Sane trying to drop it off, but it gets taken out by bot mode. Bot mode is able to catch the soul before it hits the ground. Nicely picked up. It's going to be a nice top up as well, that injection, increasing that maximum health.
Small turnaround, actually. Bot mode's used a fair amount of injections, so as always, going into 81 health will be very important for him, and he will get it quite quickly at this rate. They've taken a nice lead. Early on, too. I mean, you very actually rarely see that this one obelisk be held for a substantial amount of time. But there's Sane just springing the trap right. They got a chunk of damage. And actually, if he did a little bit extra, maybe would have kept bot mode away from this power-up, because it's going to spawn momentarily. Here it is. Seacap with the protection, but he's not really able to do anything with it. But no, wait a minute. Gets one very important rocket to trade the kill.
But the protection is still towards totem Tellies. Kane was in the wings, ready to pick it up immediately. And the soul, has the soul been reset? I don't see it on the map at the moment.
Soon find out. Looks like it's out of bounds currently. That's actually going to waste the protection time, which could have been actually why the out of bounds was caused. Just to remind someone that may potentially be just joining, I mean, the out-of-bounds strategy to throw the soul out and force the reset back into this neutral position. On this map in particular, it takes significantly longer for the soul to actually reappear. So if you see power-up or you see a power-up in general, you can off-map the soul to just waste that power-up time completely. No frags will matter, really, until it's back in play.
Trail from Yenem, though, just to get as much distance covered as possible, just to safely capture that soul, but he's kind of stuck in the corner now. He's surrounded by totem Telly's members, but they are falling down one at a time. A lot of damage peppered in from this machine gun from a distance. Oh, CCAP. No health left whatsoever. He's going to get taken out immediately.
Nice. Oh, can't quite get the double. Oh, here comes Kane just flying in, though. And now they're starting to steadily climb things back up.
Well, he dropped the soul back off. Even if he dies, they was able to swap it. But no, the trade out. But it was a trade out while Modus had the soul on the obelisk. So a trade in their favor, but the soul immediately stolen away, but taken down immediately as well. Soul just not really moving anywhere at the moment. Now bot mode has it, trying to get away. Has to be careful though, only has 40 health. Oh, he has been seen. 8 health. He's gonna die. No, he gets saved. CCAP able to get him there.
There's a quite a tactical pass. There's no real reason him trying to push it off by himself with 30 health, but unfortunately, I think CCAP wasn't really able to get any distance, and the soul hasn't really moved anywhere. Kane on 1 HP. I mean, if they see him now, he is an open season being taken out.
They are looking around, but the power-up going to be up in a few seconds too, which they decide to go for. Power-up quad damage. Senas has it. Oh, quad damage gauntlet into the shotgun swap. Beautiful from Senas.
Yeah, well executed right there. Because they opted to go, it was actually both a delivery of the soul and a power. I mean, that's a win-win. They got both results. Now they can use the remaining quad to just make it very risky and dangerous for them to try and take it. Does get one good rocket. Griffin isn't really able to get anything done, though, with that rocket. Quad damage.
The Tellys do still have the obelisk, though. I mean, they're looking at a good lead as well. Like, almost 75%, 3/4 of the way through the round, maybe. Oh, Clamp OK is going to get him anyway, unfortunately, but still, totem Tellys are holding on to it. Sanas with another good rocket.
Their ability to hold this obelisk has been really impressive. I mean, it's kind of difficult to see teams consistently...
Oh, goodbye.
Yeah, out of there. I mean, they've looked really comfortable. Before the inevitable problems we sort of actually did have last week between these two teams, it was actually Modus Operandi who was unbelievably dominant. You know, unbelievably dominant. But right now, totem Tellys is just looking a lot more comfortable, a lot stronger this week.
And we said a week can make a big difference, especially if you're grinding the same maps back to back. And that's what we've been seeing from them the most. And same when if you're trying to get this rocket launcher, totem Tellys, I mean, they've just had a really good start to finish. You know, Modus had a good start. You know, they were able to take that first obelisk, but that's kind of where their momentum died. Still, though, they do have it now. Could be a good start, perhaps.
I mean, one good defense can be the winning defense.
I mean, what was it, like 50, almost 60% to 87? That's not the biggest difference we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, just because totem Tellys have been able to sit on their totem and look very hard to crack into, the second they are eventually cracked into, that could be the one push that wins the round for Modus Operandi. Here comes the power-up, though, 10 seconds away. Sanas trying to use the berserk mode to cover the distance, and not only did he do that, he punches Griffin directly in the face. Fantastic result.
I actually quite like that from Senas. He actually threw the soul. Yenem went straight for it. He almost like tried to bait him into it, but unfortunately missed the follow-up shot. The protection is up though. The protection goes towards totem Tellys. That's not what Modus want to be dealing with right now, and it's bot mode no less too. So it's going to be Anarchy with protection. The enemy has picked it up.
It's going to allow bot mode to be very aggressive with the chase though. I mean, he's taking way less damage, even though at this health he hasn't got an injection, so he might go down. No, gets a double. Will he make it a triple?
So go for the 3v1, that wall jump being used to juke, and there we go, bot mode gets the 3 versus 1 thanks to the protection. You cannot mess with someone when they are that hard to deal with.
But there was the reset. Even though he just got an amazing triple kill right there, it actually didn't count for as much as it could have done because the soul was not in play, because the reset was forced. Here comes bot mode.
We see a lot, because it takes so long to respawn once it goes out of bounds. I mean, throwing it off can be a tactical way of dealing with the enemy team having access to the power-up.
Sanas one more time. There's the berserk. It looks like there's no one heading him off.
Punching in advance in case someone's trying to wait for him, like we've seen a lot. Going to drop it off, but Griffin annihilates him immediately, unfortunately. But he has still got it. But it looks like, yeah, the soul gets taken away. Modus able to stop it. Now, totem Tellys, they're on 91%. They don't have much left to do before they can win the round. But at the same time, the closer they get, the more effective Modus get. But at the same time, Sanas has it again. Going to drop the soul off, most likely here. Question is, how long can he last after he does it? He is surrounded by enemies, completely surrounded. He dies. Sane manages to get it. Clamp OK follows up, but Sane drops to a rocket launcher. Griffin gets a kill with a super shotgun, but dies straight away.
Oh, 1% more in it. Totem Telly's on the verge of taking this first round. They just need 1% more to get the job done. The problem Modus have had is, yes, they've been staying alive in this round, but they've consistently been behind. To make this comeback, they need to really push forward from that deficit. But now Totem Telly's, they drop off one single time, 1% will tick down in the blink of an eye, and they're gonna win the round.
They do a good job of getting a bunch of frags here, but frags won't win the game. They need to drop it off and hold it for bot mode, waiting in the wings. And the quad damage actually going towards Modus can be huge, but looks like Griffin's getting chased. Oh, no mind, it's just the damage over time.
Bot mode with a tactical suicide, knowing that Griffin remains with the power-up, so it's going to waste anything that remains of quad damage.
Yeah, quad damage won't be lasting that much longer once the soul respawns. That's a good idea from iTotem Tellies. Still, quad's going away, but if iTotem Tellies don't have enough people alive, the soul's up and Yedem gets it. A lot of them are dropping now. Now, thing is, iTotem Tellies, they have a great lead, but to be honest... Oh, wait a minute, Kane waiting there, trying to stop him. Even though they have a good lead, this isn't an impossible amount of percentage to get in one go.
However, you just look at the amount of heads that are currently on Obelisk B. Modus have the drop-off, but in a very small amount of time, it's already been taken away. Already taken bot mode, making passage back. He's picked up the heavy. That's going to be so important to survive, but is it enough? He still only has the starting shotgun. He hasn't got the tools available to survive.
He's trying to heal up as much as he can.
Hang on, he's sneaking past. This might be it. He was convinced someone was in that hallway and there wasn't. I wonder if that wasted a bit too much time.
All of Modus are here. All of Modus are here waiting for them. Someone in the corridor. There's a good frag, but Clamp OK getting a double. Griffin drops down. So much super shotgun going down. Up close and personal is this finish. And still, no soul. Yedem has it. Modus Operandi looking to hold on, and they're trying to escort him through, but both teams playing around this perfectly.
Yedem, has he got the health to survive? Uses the teleporter, but he's going to get headed off there. Goes in for the plasma trail. Even with this heavy armor, 17 HP is not enough to survive a rail. Bot mode. He's been able to pick it up, and the injection, but no, he drops it.
No, he misses it. Can't recover.
Oh, no.
And Clamp OK is going to pick it up back to back. Same with that double. This is looking good for Modus Operandi. Griffin has it. But they are hot on the trail. There's one waiting for him at the bottom. Can he get through? He has dropped it off, but he's going to die for it easily. iTotem Tellies are looking to try and seize this one back, but the question is, how long can they go for it? They need to attack. If they can, the power-up
no.
soon.
Wait a second. Here comes the power-up. That's likely to be in Modus's favor. Trying to berserk him point blank, but he can't survive. It's protection, and it's in the hands of Sorlag. This could be the comeback they needed.
Kane going in now. Totem Tellies, they're going to have to be so careful about when they choose to go in now. If they go in one at a time, all they're going to do is give percentage to Modus Operandi. They have to go in as a team. They're not going to take out a protected Sorlag one at a time. And even then, Sanas basically didn't miss any of that LG, but look, the health. You'd never guess by how much he's got left. They're running in one at a time.
But now they have to run in one at a time. They just have to waste the time. But there's one person coming in, and he's likely to go down, but it doesn't even have time. Half a second short. And Modus Operandi, that one protection on Sorlag, resulted in a pretty crazy comeback right there.
Round 1 finished. That was almost a 12-minute round, down to the absolute wire. I mean, I'm not going to lie, iTotem Tellies, they were looking good for the vast majority of that, but out of seemingly nowhere, Modus able to just drag it back.
I feel like it came down to a very unfortunate couple of just almost like a drop in execution. You know, that one instance, for example, where bot mode, he had the soul, he was running back, but he got caught on the ledge and he died unnecessarily and gave them the soul back. You know, if he was able to cover that distance and bring it back to the Obelisk, maybe.
When you have rounds that were that close, you can't help but have to look at it going, okay, guys, what went wrong there? What happened? You know, what caused that outcome to happen? And adding up little mistakes like that here and there from every player, you know, it's something you have to do upon reflection, but still, we're going to be seeing the start of this now. A lot of LG going through. iTotem Tellies have hold of the first soul at least.
This is a great start.
They actually chose A too, so it's definitely one they seem to prefer.
Well, they did a great job defending it previously. Here comes Nix with the telefrag. Oh, not able to quite get it. Even though it's quad damage, bot mode, nowhere near enough health to actually do anything substantial with that quad damage.
Griffin on Nix doesn't have a ghost walk, so she's going to be quite vulnerable.
Oh, actually couldn't quite get a grasp on where Sanas was at that point.
Yeah.
Actually, no, C-Cap, I should say.
Yeah, C-Cap's going to take that kill quite easily, which is a bit weird considering the quad damage. Oh, wow. Just appears with that quad damage lightning gun.
Oh, quad damage. I mean, whoever picks that up, it's only going to be active for a couple of seconds, and it will swiftly disappear. Can he make passage? Can he survive long enough? Just about.
Oh! And Yenem, a nice shotgun kill. Again, shotgun damage coming through. A brilliant start for Totem Tellies, 20% to 0. This is a comfortable lead, but can they maintain it?
Well, it's 25% versus 0. That's one thing to take away from the current situation, is that Modus haven't actually been able to get a single ounce of percentage on deck. So the comeback was made in the previous round, but if you put them in a situation where the only way for them to win a second round in a row is to make an even greater comeback, then that's quite a big objective to put on them. Oh, nice.
Oh, really nice use of that plasma trail just to shut off that individual door.
Unfortunately, getting quite minimal damage on the super shotgun, so taking a fair amount in the process of that fight. But I mean, look at this percentage. I mean, it just completely climbs. That's almost 50% already. Been a fast round, this one.
It's a night and day difference to what we saw before.
But I feel like it's just been the ability to just really defend this point superbly. But at the same time, it's been so often earlier today, we've seen a couple of locations which have made things very difficult for those that are defending Obelisk A. Certain locations that are preferred options and go-to runaway locations. Throughout the day, they've been like the #1 place where we've seen team members just pile in. But right now, actually, consistently, Totem Tellies have been able to just, even like right now, there's no one here to head them off. Like, not a single person in this hallway. Whereas previously, there was always a saw lag, and they were always there when they needed to be there.
I think a big part of that, though, was the protection was up. And I think Totem Tellies just wanted to make sure that, Modus just wanted to make sure they secured that at the very least, which they were able to do so in their defense. And now they've managed to take out Griffin, who had the soul. C-Cap's going to soon follow, trying to throw it up. I mean, that is going to waste that protection time. He could have just been going for the off-map. Oh! Oh, no! Oh, no, he loses the power-up and the soul in the process. That was a huge mistake.
Oh, dear. It's going to take it quite a while for that soul to come back, and it's looking like right now that Totem Tellies are doing a little bit better in this fight too.
The big thing there was Modus. They lost.
Oh, Griffin down as well.
They lost the power up in the process. Kane was able to take it, outnumbered, but and indeed he was on the other side.
That one missed rail as well, allowing Kane to not effortlessly get back, but certainly get out there with his life at the very least.
I mean, Totem Tellies have just been playing as a unit a lot more than we saw last week. I mean, we said a week could make a big difference, but this really is a huge change. Oh my lord.
That was so cheeky.
Sneaky intercept.
I mean, I'm not even sure if that was intentional, but that was ridiculous, whatever it was. Here comes Sane. Oh, just hits the very edge of that. Being swiftly chased, and once more, kind of looks like he went in for the reset situation. If they were going to frag him, he was going to make them have to fight for the next pickup, as it were. Wow, they're just flying in, full speed.
They came in for the frag, but that's 3 frags on the side of Modus, and looks like the soul is about to respawn any second. There it is. Sane's going to take it. Be very surprised if they can't drop this off, but there's that plasma trail. Detonates it a little bit too early. Sane's able to walk past. The acid doesn't connect either. Sane is just dodging abilities left, right, and center, but bot mode. That nail gun point blank. Can't dodge your nails that close.
And able to win that fight. A couple of very impressive LG kills right there, but I mean, getting out alive, that is what has been so consistently difficult throughout